Well, the warning's out tonight.
Mosquitoes will soon swarm, and health leaders are afraid, really afraid. It means an explosion of the Zika virus. The recent rise of Zika cases and birth defects in Brazil brought health officials to Congress today to explain.
It's spread primarily by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. This is the cockroach of mosquitoes. It lives indoors, it lives in the shade, it is hard to kill, and it's very effective at spreading diseases.
There are now concerns about just how far north these mosquitoes can carry the Zika virus and how far they're traveling. CNN reports scientists have been isolating cases of that particular mosquito as far north as Washington, D.C. The thought is they survive in non-tropical climates, possibly in underground places such as subway stations. Current maps from the Centers for Disease Control show the range of the mosquito in a good chunk of Texas now and all up and down the Gulf states. The Galveston National Laboratory told CNN more studies into the insect are needed.
So just how prepared are we here in Texas? The state lab can test and new cases are being identified, but no vaccine exists. KXAN's David Scott went to find out how counties are trying to go on the offensive.
Well, the state put out a big message today. They are urging locals to begin and enhance their monitoring of Zika, accelerate the abatement efforts, meaning get the word out, and do anything and everything else they can to fight these virus-carrying skeeters. Hayes, Travis, and Williamson County say they're on it.
Inspect your own residence and go looking for breeding sites, which is water, standing water, and make certain you do not have those.
Texans normally worship water, but not where the bugs are breeding. The counties are speeding up outreach campaigns to educate schools, hospitals, neighborhoods. They're setting more traps and moving up test schedules. They're conducting constant conference call updates and working with health clinics. But the truth is, we will have to do the heavy lifting on this, you and me.
There are not enough employees in any city or county government or health district to really get out and handle all these potential breeding sites. So we're going to ask our citizens to be their own mosquito police, if you will. Inspect the yards, call your local health department if you need some advice.
Meantime, the state is stepping up its testing capacity at the Austin lab, where they can currently handle 135 human cases a week. And don't forget the West Nile virus. This warm weather may bring that on sooner. But Zika sticks to its own timetable.
However, the Zika mosquitoes actually go by daylight length. So even if the weather is a little bit warmer, they won't come out until it's reached the correct daylight for them to emerge.
And that would be around May. Remember, Zika mosquitoes feed all day and night, not just dusk and dawn. So attack standing water and keep covered up. If you have any questions, the counties constantly update very helpful websites. By the way, any spraying is usually done at the city level. In all of Williamson County, for example, the only city that's licensed to spray is Georgetown. But other cities can always contract out with a private sprayer if it comes to that. David Scott, KXAN News.
And most recently, the state lab had to ramp up its testing efforts for Ebola. The DSHS gave KXAN a tour into the facilities in 2014. It's one of the few labs in the world that can test for Ebola. The lab also tests for West Nile virus and, of course, Zika.